a portion of the 1.75%. Until that is done, what that means is that we're going to be paying the 1.75%. The majority says on Friday, when the minority sat in Parliament, they did not have the numbers to reject the 2022 budget. And so, as we speak, the 2022 budget has been approved. The minority has been speaking to the media. They strongly disagree. They also feel, they also hold the view that the majority, as it stands, does not have the numbers to approve that particular budget. We'll see how things unfold in the days ahead. We do not intend to go into the parliamentary gymnastics of the issues. Just to inform you that the 2022 budget has been approved. This is Market Avenue. Tonight we're going to be doing our SME narrative. We'll be speaking to one young lady who decided to quit her job and go into entrepreneurship. That will come up after we've done the biz language and we've gone for some updates from the Ghana Stock Exchange. Let's do the biz language. We'll come back to get updates from the Ghana Stock Exchange. All right, so welcome back. You're still watching Market Avenue. My colleague Esther Edu joins me live with updates from the Ghana Stock Exchange. Esther, I see the main composite index going up and I think the financial stock index going up as well.
Yes, and that is due to the performance of ETI. It gained a PESWA today. The composite index was 0 yesterday and is 7.19 points today. The financial stocks has also gone up by 13.05 points. Right. And as I said, it's due to the performance of ETI.
That's for international.
Yeah, incorporated. And the volume of shares today were over 1 million, and they were also valued at over 1 million Ghana cedis. The market capitalization gained around 200 million today. It was 64.2 and is around 64.4 today. For the trading results, as I said, EcoBank Transnational Incorporated was the only equity that registered a price change. It was selling around 0.08 and it ended the day around 0.09, gaining a PESWA. Yes, for stocks that made some trading today, yesterday MTN sold nothing. And today it sold over 800,000 shares.
That's 860,940 shares.
Valued at
about 1 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Right.
And you know, when MTN makes a move and registers a price change, it just affects everybody.
Sure. And
CalBank sold around 11,879. And we have little ones like SCB selling around SCB selling around 290, SIC around 120, and Talo 7 shares, and Unilever 66. Yes, I think that's about it for trading on the stock market.
Right. So, but are you confident that
yesterday we saw a dip. Now we're seeing some activity and gains.
Yeah.
Are we likely to continue
getting to around
the end of the year? Sure.
No, year-to-date change. No. Right. I don't think so, because as I said yesterday, I believe that around this time of year, a lot of investors will like to offload their shares for cash or probably just be liquid. And the more they offload, the more the composite index goes down.
Right. Thank you very much. Esther Edu is my colleague on the business desk. She's the producer of Market Avenue. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll be doing our SME narrative. Stay with us.
There are strong women whose stories teach us perseverance, logic, decisiveness, and self-confidence. Being strong is not just about physical abilities, but also emotional, intellectual, and mental strength. Women's Voice is a platform to hear and share stories to encourage women and girls. Women are the real architects of society. It is they who provide the foundation of power, grace, wisdom, justice, creativity, and hope. Join us live every Monday at 4 p.m. on GBC News and GTV, Wednesdays live at 4 p.m. on GBC News and a repeat on Saturdays at 4 p.m. on GBC News and Sundays at 3 p.m. also on GBC News. Women's Voice. No one can make you inferior without your consent.
To venture into the production of local drinks. She's not regretted that particular decision to date. My guest on SME Narrative tonight is Madam or Miss Betty Edu. She's the CEO of Tappers Bar. They produce some very fine local drinks like Asana, Sobolo, and what have you. She joins me in the studio tonight. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
And welcome to our studios.
Thank you.
Right. So, as I said, you decided to quit your job and go into entrepreneurship. Were you very certain on the decision you were taking? You were very sure that you're not going to look back?
Yes, I was very sure that I wasn't going to look back. Actually, somewhere in 2018, I knew my position in the corporate world was coming to an end, because I had a desire to do something for myself. So it was just a little push I needed, and then I got that push, and I've never regretted it.
How did you know your stay in the corporate world was coming to an end?
Okay, sometimes you just have a nudge. You just have a feeling that you're done with it, you're tired with it.
Sure.
I mean, working for someone, waking up so much, like early in the morning, going to work, staying there for 9-10 hours, it's hectic. So I just knew that this is not my life. This wasn't me. I needed I wanted something more. I wanted something that would give me fulfillment and liberating. So I knew that was it.
I think you've answered my next question in part, but what really was the motivation? Is it to be free, or is it to make much money? Is it to to make an impact? What was the motivation?
It wasn't really to make much money, even though that is a factor.
All right.
The freedom was it also to make an impact. I wanted to do something that people could benefit from. I actually have when I see people enjoying the things I do, okay, I have fulfillment. So like, oh, it's nice. And the fulfillment is they get so excited about it. So I knew I was going into, I just had I was going into something to do with food, sort of food kind of things. Yes. But as to what particular, then I hadn't decided. It was somewhere getting to the latter part of 2018. That's when this idea came to me.
So ever since you've not looked back, you've not applied to get a new job because things weren't moving as planned? You never applied for a new job yet?
There were days where you go like, my God, what have I done? There are days where you regret and go like, I wish I didn't quit my job. But there's where you also go like, this is what I'm doing. I wake up every morning and I'm excited. Compared to what I used to feel when I was working in the corporate world. Wake up every morning and go like, oh, another day.
Yeah.
But then you wake up every morning, you're excited. You're ready to know what adventure is out there for you that particular day. Who is going to order for your drinks? Who is going to approach you and go like, I want something to drink? Who is going to give a good comment to your drink? So it's sometimes you wish I wish I had, but then most times it's always on the positive side that is a good decision.
Tell us about Tapas Bar and what you do, and maybe you also want to tell us why you decided to do local drinks and not any other kind of business.
Okay, so Tapas Bar is a limited liability company.
It is?
It is. It was initially a sole proprietorship company, but then later on we decided to change into a limited liability.
So you have directors and other partners?
Yes, I have two directors, and the one director is managing as a secretary as of now.
Wow.
Yes.
All doing Sobolo.
Oh, yes. All doing Sobolo.
No, that's serious. I mean, to move from sole proprietorship to a company limited by shares, no, limited by a guarantee.
Yes.
I mean, that's commendable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Tapas Bar, that is where we are into the production of local drinks, specifically Sobolo and Lamujin, and then our old baby, Tapas baby called the Kesa Ginger.
Okay.
Yes. So that is what we basically do. But then we also, what we do is that we also provide for events. But then we also do a local bar. Because it's a bar, we do a local setting and all that. So we have people who go like, we want to come and set up. We take our calabashes, we set up, we pour it in calabashes, we serve with cups and those kind of things. We do the local setting and all. But then our main focus, when it comes to limited liability, is to promote the 4 drinks I mentioned, the Sobolo Dasana, the Kesa Ginger, and then the Lamujin.
Right. So I see a lot of young ladies doing the same kind of business. What is the unique selling proposition when it comes to your business? What's so
okay, what is giving my nature is that apart from, I would say, the local ingredients that we use, give it a unique taste and all that, we also look at the aspect whereby we want people to know the benefits of the product or what goes into the preparation of what we do. So for instance, if you request something from me and I can give you education about what this can do for you, what this can do for you, what you can get from this when you take it, what this is good for, and what something is like, what would be good for a person or not. Yes. So the other thing is also that we give our customers the ability to, I would say, customize their own drinks to their own taste. Because some people, we don't do it general. If, for instance, I get a client and the person goes like, I don't want you to use sugar for any of my products. I want you to use honey. Then you know that's going to get at a higher cost. But then that is the preference of the customer. So we do that for our customers as well. And some people just do it general, but then we also, what the client wants is what we do.
So a company limited by guarantee, doing only local drinks, are you planning to expand? Are you planning to venture into other businesses, you know, under the brand Tapas Bar?
In the future, when it comes to expansion, we're thinking of expanding, because apart from those 4 local drinks we concentrate on right now, we think of bringing also other flavors, and then promoting other local drinks. We're thinking of, in the near future, enter into palm wine, how to bottle it and take it outside, because it has a lot of health benefits. People don't know that palm wine is even good for nursing mothers. It helps produce breast milk. People don't even have that idea.
Wow.
So apart from that, as I said, we also educate people what they can do for, what our products can do for them.
I see you want to remain in local drinks. You don't even want to do any other kind of business outside local drinks. But I mean, that's fine.
Yes.
You want to tell us some of the challenges that you face as you know, startups,
okay,
in the area you operate?
Okay, so one is, I would say, supply. Most of my ingredients are sorted from the local markets. If I look at the local markets, I'm talking about the community markets, and then most of them most of those community markets get their products from the north, because we use a lot of millets, we use a lot of tamarind, we use a lot of those northern stuff, and it's very expensive. Sometimes you need a product, you go, I have specific suppliers I go to because of the quality they give me from the products they have. So sometimes you ask them and go like, I'm out of stock, and you need to make an order, like you need to prepare someone's order urgently, and you don't have that. So supply becomes a huge factor, and the high rise in the product, also the raw materials, is very expensive. Like I said, most of them come from the north. It's very expensive, even though currently we're trying to see how best we can get it directly from the north. But then as of now, we just have to concentrate on the local markets. We have people also who purchase the products and then they want to do it on credit base. They want to pay you later. But in Ghana, if you don't...
this is just local drinks you buy for a Saturday or Sunday, you want to pay later.
So it's like you have an event, you have people who want to kind of cater for their event, and they go like, okay, let me pay half, and then the remaining half becomes a problem. It's like you have to threaten them at a point.
Sure. Is the general Ghanaian economy having an effect on your business? We see rising fuel prices, which, you know, translate into rising transport fares. Is that having a toll on the kind of business you do?
Yes, it is having a toll. As I said, with supply, for instance, some of the things, I get people bringing it over to my house, and then the cost, they go like, it's not the same thing. You know, they've increased prices. And sometimes you can't fault them, because you understand they've increased prices. And sometimes because they've increased prices, you can also increase the price of your product to a certain, because if you do that, you would destroy your market. But sometimes it is affecting us negatively, because prices have increased, but you can increase yours, because then people wouldn't want to buy. The other competitors out there maintaining their prices, so it is affecting us.
Right. So let's talk about, as I said, the 2022 budget has been passed, and one of the key elements in there is the e-levy. I know you do a lot of transferring money from your bank account onto your Momo, and from your Momo to your suppliers or to your workers and what have you. 1.75% of that. I mean, what's your take? Okay,
I don't really know why they passed that bill. Seriously, I just heard about it that it's been passed. Sure. So it's going to. It's really going to affect staff. It's really going to affect her, because as of now, people would, because most of the payments I get is through Momo. Most of the payments I get. Now people go like, okay, I'm not going to, they're going to complain about the cost. So if I send it to you, I'm going to get this amount, so I'll send the exact amount. I can't even add the cost to it, because it's going to affect everyone. Yes, and definitely going to affect us negatively. I think we'll have to find other means of, maybe instead of doing Momo, cash. But most of my transactions currently are through the electronic means.
And also these days we are hooked onto electronic transactions.
Yes, definitely.
We are enjoying it so much. So trying to go back to do cash and all that may be very difficult. But it does appear that we may have to find a way
definitely. To dodge it, definitely.
Right. So let me understand. From the product development stage, is there anything you do special when you're developing the product? Is there any scientific or some kind of research that you do, or you just do the normal things that everybody does?
Before I add a particular ingredient to any of my drinks, I need to research about it and what benefits it gives to the client, because I myself, I take my product, so I need to know what it's going to give to me when I take it. So we do a lot of research with the ingredients we put in our product.
With approval from the FDA?
Not approval from the FDA, but I do a lot of research. We get into FDA. We're working on getting approval from FDA. So eventually, when it comes out, we'll be free to even start writing the benefits that our product gives on our label to our clients. It'll be easy for us to do that. Yes. So we're working on getting an FDA approval certificate. And then eventually, when that one passes, it'll be easy for us to do certain things.
And then through to marketing and promotion. So your team comes together to do that, or you have somebody who is in charge of marketing, or it's a whole collective?
It's a whole collective. I have friends, family, everyone doing it for me. People who, customers doing it for me. People who purchase and then they put it on social media and all that. So it's a whole collective thing. It's not just one person doing it. It's a whole mass, and my family has been very supportive. They do a lot of the marketing for me. I also have my social media handles that I post and all that.
Have you made money? Have you made so much money?
I wouldn't say I have made so much money, but it is good. I would say it is good.
Better than your job, your previous job?
I wouldn't say, as I said, as a startup, it's growing.
Sure,
so I wouldn't say I've made better than my job, but then this is my dream. That is my baby. So I know eventually it will blow up the roof. I'll make so much money out of it.
Are you employing anytime soon?
Yes, when certain things, we put certain things in place, so when certain things come together, we would employ. But currently, friends, family come together to help with the production.
Right.
Yes.
So let's come back to the budget. There are some initiatives in the budget. There's a You Start, which is supposed to help SMEs like yourself. Do you really understand that particular initiative and how you can take advantage of it? Quickly before we wrap up.
I think you need to give me a little bit,
then I'll be after
insight
the show.
in the, okay, definitely.
So maybe your final words, where do you see your company going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow. Okay, in the next 5 to 10 years, Tapas Bar, I see Tapas Bar to be a household name.
Right.
We talk about Coca-Cola being a house name. We talk about the Tapas Bar is going to be a household name. We're going to have a lot of outlets nationally in the next 5 years, and then afterwards, also in the next 5 years, we see ourselves exporting to the other countries.
What will you say to those guys who are scared of venturing into their own businesses, the fear? What will you say to them?
The initial step is the difficult thing, but the moment you're confident about what you want to do, just take the bold step. I took the bold step and I haven't regretted. So take the bold step. Don't fear. I mean, there's so much uncertainty, but then take the bold step. All you need to do is just take that initial step, and then you'll be able to make it. There are things coming.
Right. Thank you very much. Betty Edu is the chief executive of Tapas Bar. They produce local drinks, Asana, Lamujin, and
Kese Ginger. That's our baby.
And what have you. I mean, in the future, when your company grows, you want to employ me as your marketing manager. So.
Maybe.
All right, so this is where we draw the curtains on Market Avenue, and for that matter, the SME narrative. My name is Morris. Good to see you again tomorrow for another edition of Market Avenue. Good evening, and bye.
There are strong women whose stories teach us perseverance, logic,